Peace and love, family. So I decided it was a good time to go live because I got stuff I got to get out the way and things I got to do today. But here, first thing we're going to talk about the fact this is supposed to be what they call the year of the snake, and obviously, common sense would tell us that they could be up to something. Now, every single time of year of the snake, they did something they weren't supposed to do. So let's go ahead.
Full federal takeover is needed. Invoke the Stafford Act. The state's overwhelmed. Martial law might have to be declared. Hey, look at that. Just in time for the Year of the Snake. Now, to those paying attention, you can see the writing on the wall that this Year of the Snake is going to be a wild one. I wonder if it's just a coincidence that when we look back at past Year of the Snakes, that they had some significant events taking place. So 1917 was the year of the fire snake. And 1917 just happens to be the year that the United States entered World War I. Now we can see how 1929 was also the year of the snake, which, as we know, we had the Wall Street crash of 1929 that sparked the Great Depression. Now we could also see 1941 was the year of the metal snake. And 1941 just happens to be the year that the United States entered World War II. And more recently, we can see 2001 was the year of the snake. And we all know what happened on 9/11. Now, with 2025 being the year of the snake, I find it extremely interesting that this just happens to be the year that Trump gets back into office with all the chaos ensuing. Now, I'm not sure if you guys remember this or not, but back in 2017, he read this snake poem. That snake gave her a vicious bite. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in. Now, in the context of this rally, he is speaking about illegal immigrants. But I believe satanic powers like to reveal the truth in plain sight, as we see here by the demonic song Stairway to Heaven, because sometimes words have two meanings. So I personally believe with this snake poem, you have the exoteric meaning and the esoteric meaning. This duality belief that these occultists believe in, these dual meanings. So on the outside, the exoteric, this poem is about illegal immigrants that he is speaking to this crowd here. But to the esoteric,
do not download that. Not to speaking to the immigrants, he was telling the people about the fact that the snake and the woman in that speech was America. We're going to play that speech for you, I believe. I'm going to play that speech for you. Now, here's what's really going on in Los Angeles, right? And like I explained before, you have lasers being used by your government, and the government's also using hot. They're causing the fires. They're doing all this. They're destroying everything. And so they got confused, not realizing the government's actually doing this. How do I know? Because I got footage of them thinking that is Mr. J. And you could say it's Mr. J because Mr. J, the double, and all the other doubles are telling these people what to do and how to do it. They give them technology to do it. So the technology is stolen, cold hard facts, and not being used for what it's really supposed to be used for. It's being used for evil instead of being used for good. So this is what's happening down there. So it's not natural disasters. The news is painting that picture, hardcore painting that picture, right? They're painting that picture big time. Meanwhile, you got China doing stuff it's not supposed to do. We're gonna get to that in a minute. And then you got white folks. What's this matter of fact? We're gonna pull that up in a second for you. We got white folks here. Right? And they are even some of the ladies are talking about how they right now prefer to marry a black man, as they say in their words, because they know what's about to happen, and they know that their children will not be able to survive without melanin. Now we're gonna show you the speech, okay? I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, snap. I'm gonna find it. There we go. If it's there, I'll find it, y'all. So give me 1 second here. I'm about to see if I can find this full speech for y'all. Open that up a little bigger. And we're gonna see if I can see. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. So we're gonna pause it. Pause it right there. Hold on. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna bring it to screen now. This is the speech that Trump gave. I'm showing you. Listen, I'm showing you all this to basically get to a point. And the reason I'm doing this way because I don't want you to think I'm blowing smoke up your butt. I've been accused in past times of being paranoid, but the fact is I'm not. I've been right this whole time. All right. Now, I want y'all to start paying close attention to Trump and Elon Musk.
Who has heard the poem called The Snake? So I have it. Does anybody want to hear it again? You sure? Are you sure? Okay. So let's dedicate this to General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. All right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called The Snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite.
Now, what's going on? This speech represents what's happening is that America's down on its last leg. And when I say America, I'm talking about the powers to be. I'm talking about the
BeatStars.com.
all these different beings and people that was in control. But I'm also talking about how the economy. I'm recording. I'm also talking about. Talk to you in a minute. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm recording. I'm also talking about how What I was saying, okay, how the government here is also signifying, please let them in, because, and it's, when I say government, please believe me, I don't really mean government. I mean the things that are in the government, the things that run the government. You catch my drift. That they are falling, and they need people to accept certain things. Now you must realize that Elon Musk has been closely working with Trump, and we do know that he's the one making these chips that go inside people's brains. And you know that book says in your hand and in your head, right? Okay. It's something that they need you to accept. And then the AI comes along with all that stuff. Now, we see that they already have cars that drive itself. That's AI technology if you didn't know. And in some cases, some cars didn't stop while they had a passenger. You can call them passenger because it was in the driver's seat, but they weren't driving the car. The car was driving. And sometimes that car didn't stop. So this is a dangerous place. People are headed. Hold on, I do want to show you so you don't think I'm lying either. Hold on, I want to show you one more thing. Let me get back to this real quick. I don't want you all to think I'm over here fibbing with what we have here. All right, so we're gonna all right, turn that down. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and show you something. I want to make sure y'all see that I'm just be saying stuff to y'all. I do know some people be thinking I just be saying stuff sometimes. The fact is, I don't just be saying stuff. I'll be telling y'all stuff. You can do the research and look for it. You find that I'm not lying or playing games and stuff like that. Hold on, try to get to the part there. There's a couple things in there. Okay. I don't know what happened to that, but all right. Let's go over here then. All right. Boom. 1 second. I gotta make that back. Okay. Now there's white people. I explained that. I was gonna put it on Instagram. Now, these fires that are happening are obviously not natural. Why are they being caused? Some of you probably want to know, right? Why are these fires being caused? Right? Well, you need to get rid of places where people live. Let's go to that. Boom. Right? You need to. Because if you don't, then what happens if people stay where you don't want them to stay and you're trying to gain control? Right? Well, that means they don't go along with your plan. So the whole thing is they be trying to cause chaos. Now, they got folks fooled because what's happening is that these ray beams that are shooting down to the earth with their technology is literally causing problems because they're starting fires in the woods side of the highway. The grass is burning, the trees are burning, and they're burning down. Literally, they're targeting houses. There's people that have this video footage. But first, let's go ahead and you can see how they got folks.
Numbers. All right, cast and crew are leading the way with 11 mentions. Moms are holding strong with 3 shout-outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions. And Mario Lopez, host of Access Hollywood, 1. All right. No surprise in this godless town.
Make note, the Golden Globes was hosted on January 5th. 48 hours later, on January 7th, the fire began to rain upon LA. Hollywood Hills literally looks like a scene from a horror movie or from an apocalyptic movie. The entire scenery looks hellish. It looks like pure indignation. It looks like hell. In fact, that place is hell. You just don't realize it because you're thinking about all the fanciness and the celebrities and da-da-da-da-da. Many people who are living in LA are there for the nightlife and for the luxuries, for stardom, and for the abominations of sinful behaviors. That's what LA offers. This is a pure judgment from above. Los Angeles is being burned down to the ground. Hollywood Hills is being burned down to the ground. Brothers and sisters, this is no ordinary fire. I believe that a destroyer was sent specifically to Los Angeles to destroy and to burn down Los Angeles and to bring down Hollywood Hills to ruins. And a message was being sent to the world. My friends, you cannot mock the living God and get away with it. God Almighty cannot be mocked. I'm going to share with you what I do believe is a sign that a destroyer was sent to destroy and to burn down Los Angeles. This is a city of great abomination. This is a city and a place where ungodliness thrives. Now, this is going to be controversial, so I want you to pay close attention. Now, before I mention anything, I want to send out my condolences to those who have lost their loved ones in the fire. This place literally looks like hell. It looks like a hellish scenery, a scene from a movie, apocalyptic movie, but except it's not in the movie, but rather this is real life. Furthermore, I just want to say that I sympathize with the people who have lost their homes, those who have lost their belongings and they have all been burned down to the ground. The one thing is, if you're alive, hallelujah, praise God. So I'm very happy at least that many are still alive. Though they have lost their homes, they are still alive. And I pray that they may receive all the help and receive all the support, that they may be able to also rebuild again. Now, that being said, let's get to the controversial things. Hollywood is a very blasphemous and a very ungodly and a satanic place. And much of the celebrities are found in Los Angeles, California. And a lot of ungodliness takes place in this city.
So I want you to look, but you can't see my arrow. So, okay, that sucks. You can't see my arrow. Okay, I didn't think you could. So if you're looking, you can see this. These are the rays of fire that are hitting not just woods, but buildings. They're burning the place down on purpose. And of course, he don't know. He's fooled. He thinks that it's actually somebody else doing it. And it's not. And that's the problem. Y'all got lucky today because I'm off. I gotta go to work tomorrow though. Okay, so let's keep going.
Actually, Babylon doesn't just persecute. In fact, she...
Okay, so the reason they're doing all this stuff because they're trying to cause problems. Now you see Russia. Now keep in mind, it's like they always either do something or try to go to war, or they do something crazy. Trump's getting in office. He's working closely with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is literally is looking like he is the Antichrist. He's making these brain chips. He's doing the AI. He only admits to lots of people that the AI is not a good thing. In fact, it's a very, very bad thing. It'll be like an alien invasion. And he also admits that he thinks it'll be very bad for people in general. So he's not saying, oh, it's be bad for humans. Because keep in mind, we are 33 strand ether light beings. That's what we're going back to. because our DEA is changing, being activated, right? Going back to where it's supposed to be. All right, at current time, we're supposed to be 13 ether light beings. So we're not the same as these humans, okay? But he's saying for people in general, that's not good. So if that is the case, and he's working with Trump, and all this chaos seems to be ensuing at the same time, and they're talking about these drones. I'm not sure if I even have that to show you, but I know I watched it. The drones that are still flying in the sky, not being put on the news. Now they're trying to say they're from China, and they're trying to get people's attention on that. Now we both all know this drones is not from China. They already showed you the American soldier admitting, who was a brother, admitting that it's actually United States Army putting the drones up in the sky. And they're gonna come with some bull crap on the news talking about it was just simply China. They wasn't getting together any information. They was over all the bases and everything. And then they come with some other lie also saying that they just wanted to see what we was gonna do. And then the news are gonna say they surprised that the government didn't do anything at all. So they're trying to cover up what's really going on, to try to put scare tactics, make you think that it's China still. Since they couldn't get you to think it's aliens, now they want you to think it's China's drones, although they've been caught and the soldier admitted that it's their drones, right? So that they can sit there and try to put laws in to get rid of your rights. Also, they did another gun attack, okay? They orchestrated this shit. You already know it. Every time a gun attack happens, the United States government has orchestrated. They don't brainwash somebody, brain control somebody, and they got somebody nearby using cold war, and dude just go off and start shooting people and stuff. Right, so that was like a couple of days ago, a so-called mass shooting, right? So they trying to infringe on your gun rights, and then there's a legal immigrant on top of that. So they really trying to infringe on your gun rights. That's what they trying to do. All these things that are happening, they're trying to use as catalysts. So what did Babylon do? Right, Babylon was not a good place to live, and Babylon is going back to its wicked, really wicked, worse than you ever thought before, old ways. The old ways you have not seen or lived through. It is this year it seems to be that they're trying to amp up.
She won't necessarily persecute if she can seduce. Babylon also seduces people. She's depicted pretty graphically in Revelation as the great prostitute. And it says,
so what they're trying to do when they put that palm, right? He's telling you what they're trying to do. What does they do? He seduced the lady. What is these people trying to do? With all these things they want you to accept, they're going to try to seduce you into them, to try to get you to take them, to accept them, right? All while you got Russian soldiers over the border. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
It says, with the wine of whose sexual immorality the dwellers of the earth have become drunk. And it goes on to describe what she's offering, which isn't just sexual immorality. It is pearls and gold and silver and all these fineries and glamour. And that's the thing. Babylon is saying, hey, guess what, Christian? Guess what, believer in the true God? Guess what, person who hates homosexuals, as they would put it? You can belong here. You can enjoy this place. You can have a good life. You know what? You can have the American dream. You can have a solid retirement. You could belong in the best social circles. You could get a lot of promotions. You could go to university and be celebrated and affirmed and be, one of those people. You could have everything. It's very easy. All you have to do is demonstrate that you belong here. All you have to do is, don't speak too loud. Don't stand up too strong on those issues that might earn you the reproach of the culture.
So what's going on? They trying to accept certain things, and they trying to get ready to take away your freedoms. These type of things is infringing on your rights. Just because of the fact you came through your mother's womb, you already are given these rights, but they're trying to infringe on your rights by making anything chaos happen. But this is supposed to be a news report, so that's what I'm trying to do, the news report. And you have demonic entities telling people how to get these reactions, what to do, right? And those people are listening to them. Now, hold on, we're going to keep going because I got more stuff I need to be showing you that goes along with this. Okay, look at this.
I don't think it's extraterrestrials. I think it's the Chinese or some.
Look.
Really possible given everything you've seen over the course of the past years. But if it is, in fact, my last time before you, I just want to say thank you for what you guys do every day. Thank you for putting up with me. It's been an honor to be able to really try to illuminate these issues through tough probing and penetrating questioning. And can't say I've always enjoyed every moment up here, but I certainly have been privileged to be able to do it. So thank you guys very much.
Well, staying with drones, and Germany's ordered its armed forces to shoot down any unidentified drones suspected of spying over military bases, industrial facilities, and other critical infrastructure. As per German media reports, the German cabinet's expected to pass a draft amendment to the Aviation Security Act to enable the military to use force against unmanned aerial vehicles. Previously, authorities relied on signal jammers to disable drones. The report added that German Interior Minister Nancy Faeser and Defence Minister Boris Pistorius have agreed on the measures after drones were spotted in restricted airspace near energy telecommunications.
So now they gonna play it off and it's China's. Like I was showing you this, I know I told you this, but I was showing you so you know I wasn't lying. So they gonna claim that it's China's. They gonna claim that although they got caught, the American soldier already said that it's United States government's flying them. Now they gonna sit there and go along with this storyline. They got the news printed out talking about, oh yeah, they're out there. This is the part where this lady here says, well, she's probably a reptilian lady, says they're out there. So y'all reptilians are flying drones around. You want folks to jump all over the story so that y'all can infringe on rights. Now they want to come up with a law that says that if it's an unmanned drone, it should be shot down. So in other words, y'all don't even want Americans having drones. Y'all don't want people having drones so that if y'all try a crazy plan and they find a place to hide out, and y'all want to own the drone so they can spy on what y'all doing so they know y'all location. Just like, and they can locate y'all drone and know if y'all anywhere near them. Just like, so this way y'all can just have y'all drones flying around trying to find people. Just like that dream somebody had that y'all was doing in her dream. Y'all flying around in drones trying to find people. So y'all don't want other folks to see where y'all drones is at and what y'all doing. So you're gonna try to infringe on people's rights to make a law to get rid of drones. Although it's actually the United States government flying this drone, admitted by an American soldier, flying their drones, big ones and small ones, that have weak technology. They open these things up, and the technology was nothing of anything that had any advanced technology. Okay, it was definitely comical and big time laughable, and also a disgrace that they actually really thought that was going to work. But now they're pushing it. Now they're trying to say China is China's. Now that's also another terrible lie. China has some of the best technology. They got better technology in America, just being honest. So China wouldn't send that type of piece of weak technology over here. See, but this was their fallback plan. If none of that works, this is what we're going to say. If we can't get them to do things to aliens, we can't get them to think it's an invasion that way, then we're going to go ahead and say it's China's. And we're going to say they were just trying to see what it was going to do. They were spying us, see? So now we're going to make a law that we can just shoot drones down if they ain't ours, right? Which is bullshit. They want y'all to, they couldn't get what they wanted, so they want y'all to fall for the okie doke. Like, come on, man. After a while, you just see the bull crap. How much they be lying. How much the lie is. So why are they doing this? Because they want y'all to go for Project 2025, right? Project 2025 is literally they want to scare the pants out of y'all. They want to get y'all to accept stuff like computer chips in the brain. They want to cause all this chaos and then try to have y'all, Mr. Trump, be y'all savior working with Elon Musk and say, you know what, we can stop all this. And meanwhile, I know it ain't a female in office doing it like y'all thought it was gonna be. But now, who is it? Is Trump listening to who? Trump is going to be listening to the same guy he was talking to during that funeral of that dude, that president that died. And he actually did, the one that did a lot for everybody. He did a lot for our people, a lot for everybody, all types of people, all types of color people, of different creeds and walk, all types of nationalities. He did a lot for them. They had a big old huge funeral. In one of our castles, they call him the church. They gave him a king's funeral. Okay, it's still a pagan way they did it, but they gave him a king's funeral. And you see Trump sitting right next to Obama, chopping it up for a good while. What was they talking about? Trump is going to be listening to Obama. Trump will have a mic piece in his ear. Trump will clean up, drain the swamp, so it appears good, looks good, because he can't change that because that's look good. But everybody's going to be doing whatever Trump says, not them telling them what Trump told them to do. And Trump's going to be listening to his mic. God's going to be in his ear. And on the other side of that mic, that voice in that mic will be Obama. You watch. So they want to cause chaos. They want to burn stuff down. They are burning stuff down. They doing mass shootings. They are now saying Russian troops are in the United States border, right? And that they came over, and this is yesterday they came over, and they saying that we not safe. This is on the news. So you already know they're trying to do everything they can to get martial law. And they really want you to panic. But if they can't get you to panic, they're probably going to let these Russian troops do something chaotic so that they can say, oh, it's martial law. We got to get things under control. And therefore, they want you to lose your rights so that you have no rights. So they can try to infringe or force you to try to force you to do something. And if you don't want to do something, maybe they drag out all those long, sharp machines they've been buying a whole lot of them. They call them guillotines, and you know what they do with those. And if you don't want to go along with the program of the AI, the computer chip, and everything else, and maybe if they don't go that route, they just go ahead and have this World War III and cause chaos and cause all this darkness and keep burning stuff down. So it gets so bad that they come like saviors, Trump and Elon Musk, and say, hey, we got the solution. These computer chips and all this other stuff will stop all terrorists. If you have these, you accounted for, we know everybody's at. Nobody will commit these crimes anymore. And this is what we're going to do. Either way, there's your news. And that's what it seems like it may be headed. Peace and love to everybody. Love all of you. Have a good, lovely day.